Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and I know we've done a lot of PvP videos for this update, and it's unusual, but I got to show mad love to the boy, Luke Cage, because they said he couldn't do it, and it couldn't be done. They doubted him, and he is a 100% bona fide stone cold killer. And I gotta give him due where due is deserved here. Goodbye, Sentry. See you in the next life, my sweet blonde prince. Luke Cage is 100% that MF. An MFF. Look at that. He just stands there and watches Hulk kill himself. Here, let me help you. Let me help you get to where you're going, to your destination. Let me help you get to your destination, big fella. Sayonara. So yeah, Luke Cage. I said it in a video when I was talking about transcended characters. I think he is now the best transcended character for PvP. Well, I didn't say he was the best transcended character for PvP, but I basically implied it because he was the only transcended character that was even close to God tier because of PvP. And I said explicitly that I think he's better than Hulk. And I do think he's better than Hulk. He basically is as tanky, if not more. I think he's more tanky. Honestly, I haven't done the math, but I'm pretty sure he's tankier than Hulk, which is insane. The only thing he's missing is a buff that buffs his HP, but he has it as a passive. So whereas Hulk has to use that third skill, and it's really good third skill, Gamma Ray Burst, because he gives himself 30% all attack defense and 30% max HP for 10 seconds. And this one also has, it doesn't say here, it should say here, but it has iframe ignore. The bad thing about that skill is it's not an iframe, so it makes him susceptible to reflect, and he has to cast it. So if he gets interrupted by other characters' skills, Sentry, Jean Grey, whatever, he won't ever get that 30% HP buff. Hulk needs that 30% HP buff to last. Luke Cage, he just gets it. Well, he gets a 30% damage reduction here and a 30% HP buff there. It's just there. Power Man, it's right there. So you can see his base HP. Well, maybe I'm cheating because I have this team up. So his base HP here is 102,000. And then for my Hulk, it might be a little bit higher. It's 118. Okay, it's a lot higher. So Hulk definitely has more base HP, but when you go into the fight, Luke Cage is tankier and has more HP because that 30% is automatically applied. Once Hulk starts applying the 30% from his third skill, then he can compete defense-wise with Luke Cage, but until then, he can't. He does have 35% damage reduction, whereas Luke only has 30%. Luke just seems tankier. And so you guys asked me in the video that I made, because I made one with Daredevil, right? This was the team here. And I said, you know, they work really well in tandem, and they do work really well in tandem. And sometimes you do get unlucky with your fights, and you just get sort of combo womboed, and you lose. And so having Luke Cage and Daredevil means that even if one gets wombo comboed, the other one could sort of clean up. So I think this team is going to be more consistent overall, although Luke Cage is going to be less tanky. This team sort of, it puts everything on Luke Cage, but he's actually that good that you can just build a team just for Luke Cage. You have both passive stack, because Jessica Jones' passive is just a flat damage reduction, whereas Colossus's passive is a faction reduction. Now keep in mind that the Molecule Man leadership will negate Colossus. So in the case of fighting a Molecule Man team, you either want to go back to Daredevil or you want to put someone like Red She-Hulk in, because Red She-Hulk's going to give you damage reduction and max HP, which is really good, or Victorious is another decent swap. But the really awesome thing about the Defenders team is that these are all Defenders ally buffs. So if you look here, it doesn't say faction, it doesn't say Defenders faction, it says Defenders allies. So these buffs do not get ignored by Molecule Man, which makes the Defenders team a really good counter to Molecule Man teams, because you're going to end up being as tanky, if not tankier than they are, and you're not sacrificing anything because you don't need Colossus, right? It seems that we've sort of lost the perspective that a lot of these teams work because of Colossus, right? Colossus makes a lot of these characters tanky enough. But if you take Colossus out of the equation because of Molecule Man, teams that run Molecule Man lead won't run Colossus. So my team is basically as tanky as yours, or tankier. My team is tankier than yours, and I don't have to use Colossus, so I don't have that dead weight. Because, right, swapping Colossus for Daredevil here actually gives me more damage. Now, I'm going to take this team on. We're going to see if we can beat them. I'm going to show you guys some autoplay as well. But Luke Cage is literally that good. Sometimes you can lose, and I will tell you guys, I will give you guys the secret formula to beating Luke Cage. And it's not It's not the formula that you might be hoping to hear, so... Oh, he just interrupted my 5th skill. That's actually a problem. Okay, let's see if we... He actually has some physical damage, it appears, on his attacks. He doesn't have enough damage to kill me, though. That's what I can see, so he's basically dead here. Yeah. So basically, the only way you're gonna counter, or you're gonna beat Luke Cage, basically the way that you're gonna lose as Luke Cage, is if the enemy has a CTP of Greed. That's basically the only way to lose, because the Greed is going to give you that alternating proc, and it's going to land. As you can see, like, I can't kill Sentry fast enough to not proc the This is kind of cute. He's not doing any damage. And I just one-shotted him. He kind of had me in a lock for a second with all that magnetism, but maybe it's from the metal buttons on his suit. But, yeah, the only way you're going to lose is either against a blast-type character that's going to deal high burst damage like Jean Grey, or if Sentry has agreed, because the fight is going to sort of go back and forth enough, right? The fight it's not over in 10 seconds, right? So Sentry's going to get both of his procs off, and if he gets, he does, oh no, he has an Insight? Oh no, he doesn't have any Obelisk on Sentry. That's so weird. Why would you get Sentry to level 70 and then not give him any Obelisk at all? I understand he's good for PvP, but he's not that good. Every character needs an Obelisk. Come on now. Even if it's like an Obelisk with a damage proc or something, right? So I would say Sentry with an Obelisk, with a damage proc Obelisk, or Sentry with a Greed is probably the only option that's going to be able to kill Luke Cage, you know, fairly during a fight. Obviously, there may be other ways to... Can I just remove his... Oh, no, I can't. Careful. Careful. I can't remove his counter. I mean, his reflect. Wow, this is actually a pretty... That was a nice back and forth there. I'm going to be able to just pop 6 and kill him because this is a full iframe. Reflect is something that can actually affect Luke Cage. And you can actually die to Colossus at the end of some of your skills. There's Reflect. But otherwise, man, he's just so tanky. He's just so tanky. It's so fun. It's so nice, man. I've played this entire week with Luke Cage. I've been alternating between the Colossus team, the Red Hulk, She-Hulk team, and the Daredevil team. I've only lost twice. I have lost twice. I have 41 wins and 2 losses. Shout out to the people that beat me. I don't know if yeah, that guy beat me. I was playing him on manual, and the 2 people that beat me, I went back and scouted them, and lo and behold, they had a CTP of Greed on Sentry. Now, I don't recommend. I'm not telling you to give your Sentry a CTP of Greed. I'm just pointing out that that is basically the only way that I lost, because basically, okay, this is a really good one to show you guys an example. So we're just going to swap back. We're actually going to swap over to the Red She-Hulk team, and Red She-Hulk's actually pretty good. So we're using her passive here, Angered Tenacity, to give me 30% more HP and 10% damage reduction. I'm pretty sure the damage reduction does stack, but I'm actually not 100% sure. So Red She-Hulk might be as good for me as Victorious. But we do lose a buff. I just realized that. The all attack max HP buff. We did lose 5, so we're only actually getting 25%. Instead of 30% HP, we're only getting 25%. But 25% HP is a lot, and this team is counting on Luke Cage to do everything anyways. And the really good thing about this team in particular that I'm fighting is I can stall, right? Molecule Man can't kill me. I have almost 400,000 base HP. He basically can't kill me. Maybe if I let him get his tier 3 off. But he basically can't kill me. I can kill him whenever I want. Like, I can just choose when I want to kill him. And because this is a transcended character and not a tier 3, I can basically just stall until my transcended skill is ready, and then I can use it to one-shot Sentry. So it puts me in such an advantageous position, right? I'm not going to pop my transcended skill here because I don't have to. We're going to wind up, we're going to accumulate some damage, and then we're just going to pop this off. And Sentry's first life is dead. So we start ahead, right? He has a total of 4 lives, 2 from Sentry, and then 1 for Hulk, 2 from Hulk. He's got 5 lives. We start up, you know, 1 life to 3. I have the standard 3 lives, which used to be the norm in PvP. It isn't anymore. But as you can see, I can't kill him with my regular 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I'm gonna have to rely on tanking until I can get to the awakening skill, or the transcendent skill, whatever, and pop that off. That's gonna kill him, almost guaranteed. Or it's gonna put him in such a low HP state that I can then finish him off with the 5. But that is only possible, or not only possible, but one of the reasons why it's possible is because Sentry has a regen, and he just doesn't have enough finishing power to kill me. If he had, like, this team is a little bit scarier because Phyla-Vell gives him so many buffs. She gives him the skill damage, bonus damage, and the 30% attack. This team might be able to kill me, or a team that has Phyla-Vell and Mystique, like if they just go all in, you know, pure damage, that could definitely work with a regen. But see, this team doesn't scare me at all because Ebony is giving him increased damage to universals, and this team is all combat, baby. So this is a really cool, I really enjoy this team. And it's a really interesting revival of the combat class for PvP. I want to see more combats in PvP. I absolutely loved it when Hulk was introduced for PvP, and Luke Cage is no different. Now, he has an authority. He's doing a lot of damage here. He's guard breaking me a ton. So we just need to get off some skills to sort of interrupt his flow. This is a problem. This is actually a big problem. I'm in trouble. I'm not getting off any attacks, and because of that, I'm not interrupting him. So he's kind of like stuck in his rotation, and he can just body me with tons of damage. So we need to pop off some skills here to interrupt him and hopefully get the kill. No, we were not able to get the kill. This is a problem. He's probably going to tier 3 me. So we're going to need to get lucky with our 50% chance to penetrate. There's the tier 3. I could switch. Okay, I switched to sacrifice Colossus because I really don't want to lose to this guy with an authority, mind you. But he is getting kind of lucky that the 50% chance, it's a 50% chance to penetrate. It's not penetrating at all. And he keeps interrupting my 5, which is super frustrating. I think I'm going to lose again. Dang. Like, I think he's going to tier 3 me again. See, we got some penetration there, but not enough. Oh, we finally got it. Okay, that was 1 life. I don't know if we can get it again. We're going to walk away from him just to stall a little bit more. But we need the penetration on the 5th skill. I guess that there's a little bit of RNG. If your 5th skill penetration just goes out to lunch, then it does put you in a bad place. And as you can see, he's got a ton of attack speed, so he's able to chain together a bunch of attacks. See, there we go. We used the 5th skill and we got the penetration to pop off his, like, to activate his authority. And then we used the 5th skill to finish him off. We got a little bit lucky there, but you can see how crazy tanky Luke Cage is, man. So good. Now, I say this, you know, pretty much every time I make a PvP video. I'm not expecting people to go out and transcend Luke Cage and give him a CTP of regen and give him 4 heal, Odin's blessings, just because of this video. I recognize that PvP is definitely the most whale-centric game mode in Marvel Future Fight, which is why the majority of players just don't even bother because they feel like they don't have a chance. On top of the fact that you can definitely still win a lot of your games. The AI is not very good. You can win a ton of your games, if not all of your games, with the sort of staple PvP trio, Jean Grey, Silver Surfer, and Sentry. And I listed them in the order that they were released into the game, which is probably the order that you have them in. However, I will point out this. Both Jean Grey and Silver Surfer are banned this week. And who knows, maybe the devs are going to really try to put the screws on the whales and they want to force more of a shakeup in the PvP meta. Maybe they'll ban Sentry and Jean Grey. If they ban Sentry and Jean Grey, I think Luke Cage is the #1 PvP character in the game. I'm dead serious. Behind Sentry, I honestly think Luke Cage is the 2nd best PvP character because he combines tankiness, damage, survivability, and leadership buffs, right? He's got crazy leadership buffs, and he like hard counters Hulk. He basically knocks Hulk out of the meta. Like you're never gonna lose to a Hulk team. And he kind of counters Null. We don't see a lot of Nulls in PvP, but bro, Null and Hulk taking a back seat to this big boy. He counters Daredevil. He basically he's a worse nightmare for speed types with ignore iframe ignore. He's a worse counter to them than Hulk ever was because he has reflect on top of it all. So even if you manage to dodge his attacks and bait out his skill that has iframe ignore, his 5th skill, and you don't die to that, you still have to kill him in your iframe. Otherwise, you'll die to reflect when you use other skills. So he's crazy, crazy strong. And let me do a couple here on auto because I've been sort of blabbing on and not showing you guys that he can definitely do this on auto. Let me scroll up for a little bit higher team. Let's go. Let's do this team. Peter 3640. He can definitely lose. He's not as good as Sentry. I think Sentry is definitely still better. And like I said, regen is really what makes this possible. Most people run regen on Sentry, but more people might start running greed on Sentry. I don't recommend greed on Sentry because it's really just for PvP, but look at this man. Look at this man. It's crazy good. No hands, ma. No hands. He's rocking out with his suit out. Look at this. He doesn't even need the awakening skill. He's going to use it, though. Yeah. Oh, Sentry pops the 5 off. Yeah. So, yeah, if you're wondering how you can replicate this team, if you want to do it, again, I recognize that it's kind of a whale activity to build up new PvP characters because you're still getting the same 200 crystals a week. But if you want to do this, you're definitely going to need Jessica Jones, in my opinion. I think she's kind of non-negotiable. She might not be non-negotiable for this team up, but she's giving him a crazy heal when he gets low and basically 95% damage reduction when he gets low, which really helps you like make a comeback if someone happens to burst you down. And then, wow, Icarus. I'm actually really curious. I want to fight this team on auto. And then Jessica also gives him the 50% attack bonus. I think the 50% attack bonus is actually really underrated because with this team up, he's got 50,000 physical attack. Without it, he drops down to 39. That's a huge difference, right? That's almost 10K or a little bit more. So I do think that Jessica Jones is kind of needed. So you basically have to transcend 2 characters. But Luke Cage is not, restricted to PvP. He can also do PvE, so you get a little bit more value out of him. I think Jessica Jones is sort of solely like a Colossus type for the defenders. Oh, it's a tier 2 molecule, man. Okay. But yeah, besides getting Jessica Jones Transcended and Luke Cage, you're going to need to give Luke Cage heal Odin's Blessings and then HP and dodge Uru. If you can, max out his dodge, 75%, because, again, that's what makes Greed so good. It gives you that ignore dodge. Otherwise, Sentry has a hard time hitting characters that have dodge because Sentry doesn't have any ignore dodge. So unless maybe his tier 3 has ignore dodge, I'm not sure. But yeah, unless you have a Greed, right? Then the Greed has ignore dodge. But look at this, completely bodies them. Did he even drop below 50%? I thought Icarus was gonna put up more of a fight, to be honest with you guys. But man, I gotta show love, man. Luke Cage is so damn good. It's absolutely insane. He's so good. But yeah, let me just quickly give you a once over on the build. It's all HP, dodge, and a little bit of physical attack. Honestly, if you don't have enough dodge on your cards, you might swap those physical attacks for even more dodge. Because again, Jessica Jones giving you so much all attack means you don't have to focus on the physical attack. So yeah, you don't actually need 8 physical attack Urus for him. I only have 4, and I could actually go lower. I already have 52% dodge. I actually could swap them over, but I'm hoping to get some dodge on my next crafted card, which should give me 10%, bring me closer to 75. And then we've got the Power of Angry Hulk stage 11. We've got the CTP of regen. Again, a reforged regen would be even better because you can interrupt. That would help you tremendously against some of those sentries that can lock you up with like a 2-3-5 combo. And then double dodge, double HP in the all attack. I don't think going for the crit damage is really worth it, and you should try to get those stats from your cards so you can just keep beefing up his stats. And I don't even have max ignore defense. I probably should fix that. But yeah, see, this build's not even, it's kind of scuffed. It's a little scuffed, but yeah. Gotta show mad love one more time to Luke Cage because he's an absolute beast and he can do it all on his own, as shown with either one of these teams. No Daredevil tier 3 required. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.